Kolkata fought back well in this match. To be very honest, after losing 5 matches, they showed a lot of character.
Good evening. Welcome to yet another episode of Straight Bat with Mr. Cricket UAE and Gulf News. First up, here's a very warm Eid Mubarak wishes to all our viewers. With me, I've got the man himself, Mr. Anis Sajid, Mr. Cricket UAE as he's called, and my colleague, AK Satish, the sports editor of Gulf News. Anis bhai, I'll first come to you. How do you sum up this game? KKR returned to the winning ways. I mean, it seems to be a bit too late in the day, but yes, after 5 matches, a 7-wicket win. How do you sum up the match?
Hi, Gautam. Hello, Mr. Satish, and hello to all the gorgeous people of Gulf News. First of all, wishing you all a very happy Eid Mubarak. Yes, Kolkata fought back well in this match. To be very honest, after losing 5 matches, they showed a lot of character, first led by their bowlers. And then I would say this was a tricky chase. Mind you, this was not an easy wicket, but their batsmen applied. And you have to give it to Nitish Rana and Rinku who finished the game, because you've seen many games lost in such situations, but Rinku as well as Nitish Rana held their nerve and showed their temperament and beat a good side like RR, which has a good bowling attack.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I will come to you again before moving on to again a bit of Sanju Samson today. The first leg match between RR and KKR. I mean, that was the match when Chahal did all the damage. So they looked little better prepared this time, especially Shreyas, Nitish, as well as Rinku Singh. They were playing the spinners very well. They knew what to do, using their feet. So do you think they've done their homework and that's a result of, the result showed in this game?
Well, there's a saying, Mr. Gautam, once bitten, twice shy. And mind you, there were left-handers batting this time. So it was much more easier for Rinku and Nitish Rana to tackle the danger man Yuzvendra Chahal. But having said that, he has the googly, but they use their feet, as you rightly mentioned. And this was a smaller target. In fact, the other day, it was a belter of a wicket when, they lost 4 wickets in 1 over and Chahal got the better of KKR. But this victory will give a lot of moral boost to KKR. And on the same side, this is RR's second loss. I remember when they lost that match against one of the teams, Mumbai Indians, where they allowed Mitchell to bowl the over and it cost 20 runs. So this might come to haunt. Now they are stuck at 12 points and other teams are catching. I'm not saying KKR, but tomorrow imagine one of the teams will go up definitely between Punjab and I believe there's one team playing Gujarat. So that's not going to be easy. All eyes will be on Punjab, but KKR are in now good position. I will not say good, but RR is in strife.
Right. Well, Satish, I'll come to you now. RR, yes, they're stuck at 12 points for 2 games, and they're now in 3rd position. Now, given the way they had started their campaign, if they can't finish in the top 2, going up in the playoffs as the 3rd or the 4th side is always tricky, as RCB will tell you. So what do you think? I mean, what is going wrong, Satish? How do you assess your performance of RR this evening?
I think Gautam, RR is going to find it very difficult because my gut feeling is, or rather what I see is the wickets are slowing down. So Butler will not have the same easy, free-flowing game that has been the hallmark of his knocks in the last 8, 9, 10 games, whatever it is. So he has to now rotate strike and play differently, which will not help RR's cause because he has been scoring runs at a very fast pace. Today, he was not able to get it and see where they ended up, 150 plus. And that is thanks to Tim Southee's larges in the 19th over where he bowled 2 balls on the slot to hit and a couple of wides. And it was in fact, if he had bowled a proper over, maybe they wouldn't have reached more than 130. So that shows the importance of one man in batting. And Sanju is a great batsman. He can get you 50, 30, 40, but he will not be able to get you that winning total. It's going to be difficult because RR bowlers thrive, any bowler for that matter, they thrive and they do well when they have enough runs to bowl at. Ask Rabada, he keeps complaining that Punjab doesn't score the runs so that he can't get them the wickets. So it's going to be extremely difficult in both ways, because unless they give them the runs, it's going to be difficult. And even if they chase, it's going to be difficult for them, because if Butler gets out, then there is a bit of a panic there.
Right. Here, I would like to ask you one thing. I mean, we have often, spoken about Samson's leadership. Here, it looked like a collective decision. And since T20 is a game of such small margins, what was Rian Parag doing ahead of Shimran Hetmeyer today? I mean, see, it's not that it made too much of a difference, but Hetmeyer, he is the guy in that lower order. He had the best strike rate. So why not send Hetmeyer before him?
Some of the decisions really beats me, Gautam, because it's not just Parag. One match, I think they sent even Ashwin. So
two
matches they have sent Ashwin as a pinch hitter ahead of Hetmeyer and co. And that is after he got retired. And actually, Hetmeyer had come earlier. It would have given a left-right combination. Maybe things could have been different. So I don't know. I don't know where the logic or where the team management is thinking about, because you have some of the best brains like Sangakkara. Everybody is sitting there, and I don't know what is happening there. Seriously.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it looked like a collective decision today after all. I'll come to Anis Bhai on that note. Anis Bhai, KKR made, when they made a number of sweeping changes, then, in the social media, their fans kind of started saying that, what do? You don't even have a settled lineup. But one or two changes, I mean, Venkatesh Iyer, 9 matches and 132 runs. So, and Indrajit, when he came, I mean, you're getting him to multitask. So what do you think about the changes that they came in with, including Anukul Roy, the left arm spinner, I mean, who's an all-rounder actually? What do you think about that, Anis Bhai?
See, I've already mentioned in one of my articles where too many changes doesn't give confidence to the dressing room. I mean, you can have a one-off change, like you mentioned about Venkatesh Iyer going through a tough time, and you have given him enough chances. But every second match, if you keep changing three players, is not giving the right signals. Secondly, we all know there are 2 reasons for KKR having this problem. Let's now keep aside about the changing. But suddenly, KKR, who was playing the Gango style of cricket, have forgotten how to play the power play. They first started bang cricket. Once they started losing, they've come back to the traditional cricket. And the other point which I want to mention today, the guy Anukul Roy is a terrific fielder, a fantastic left-arm spinner, not because he bowled well today, but when you know that you're one of your spinners, we are talking about the mystery spinner, Varun Chakravarti failing, you have kept him in the hut. I mean, they have tried him a little late. I believe now they have to win all matches. Can they do it like last year? We'll have to wait and watch. But better late than never. Now I hope this side is settled, because they heavily depend on Andre Russell. And today I'm glad they won the match without Andre Russell contributing with the bat and ball.
Right.
I still feel that Finch and Indrajit, the opening pair, is still not settled, because Finch is completely clueless. The way
what do you do, Satish? What do you do? Now, where do you go?
Correct. And I think the injury to, I think, Hales, isn't it? Who was the
Hales does not come.
No, that I think is must have upset their plans. Maybe that's why Finch came in.
Yeah, I mean, he went unsold. That tells the own story. That tells its story. But then, I mean, this is IPL. I mean, you've got, because Pat Cummins had been going for runs, and his bowling is not suited to the kind of, the way the wickets have now started to behave already. We will see Team Saudi only as among the 2. Anis Bhai, we would like to just ask you to go through our, the competition which is running. If you can just run through it before we come to tomorrow's game, and then we'll see if we need to any other, opinions, observations.
Yes, Gautam, on this beautiful page, Gulf News, you have an opportunity every day to win a match kit, which is a t-shirt, track, and a cap, and a digital 1-year digital subscription of Gulf News. What you need to do is predict the winner. Yes, predicting the winner is very difficult. Everybody said today RR is the favorites, and the way KKR stunned them, it's difficult. But if you are a cricket buff and if you love Gulf News, make sure to log on to the page and predict the winner, and you walk away with lovely prizes.
Brilliant. Satish, any more observation about today's game? I mean, do you feel that where do you see Royals going from here? I mean, they can hold on to their position and then be in the running,
Very
after the
difficult.
long time.
Very difficult, Gautam. Very, very difficult because see the sad part or the good part about the season is there are only 2 or 4 points that differ, like almost 6 teams. So if you just blink and probably some other team will go past you. So
Right.
I think they need to get their act together, and that's what over reliance on 2 bowlers, the spinners, and Butler is going to cost them. And unfortunately, 10 matches or 8 matches, they have won those matches with this combination, and they don't know now where to go about, and they won't know whether to change the combination or whether to try something. They are caught in a little tough situation. But if they get their act right, I'm sure they can get this 1 or 2 wins, I think, which should help them to come to the playoffs. But nothing is certain as of now.
Yeah. I mean, the margin is really getting shorter and shorter. On that note, I'll come to Anis Bhai about tomorrow's game. Gujarat Titans sitting pretty with 16 games. They're playing Punjab Kings tomorrow. On the face of it, it looks like Gujarat should be on a roll. But what's your take, Anis Bhai, on tomorrow's game?
I would be lying, Gautam, if I fancy Punjab to upset Gujarat. Not because Gujarat is sitting on top, but Punjab has been playing poor cricket. In spite of on paper, they look a good side. It's only if their batting comes off, they will be able to compete against Gujarat. Unless they score 200 runs, if they bat first, they will be able to, beat the Gujarat. If they bat second, Gujarat has the bowling to even defend 160 runs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, one thing very quickly. I mean, do you see those 200 plus totals happening in the back end of the tournament that frequently now? I mean, moving forward to the next 3 weeks.
It depends on wicket to wicket. Like today's wicket was sticky. It was helping the spinners as well as the fast bowlers. Now tomorrow, I'm not sure where they are playing. Sometimes some wickets are flat and you can get heaps of runs. Some wickets are slow. You can't even get 160. So you have to assess the wicket. So the players who go to open the innings should be able to tell the other players that this is what is the target, and we need to make sure that we reach that target. Today, RR, I'm afraid, because they lost Butler, they somehow managed thanks to Hetmyer 155. Otherwise, they would have not even seen 140.
Right. Satish, what's your take about tomorrow's game? Gujarat or Punjab?
Gujarat, Gautam, because 9 matches, they have some 7 or 8 different match winners right now, and they are on a roll. And again, like as Anis Bhai said, the wickets are going to be difficult. It's going to be slower. Maybe very, very rarely you get these flat tracks. So you need to get these really clinical wins. Like you can't. There is no rooms for any errors. So the way Punjab or other teams are playing, they are leaving gaping holes, which which allow them to slip and fall by the wayside as they go by.
Right. Yeah, even I also think that it's difficult to look past Gujarat Titans. I mean, they have an answer for all kind of situations. Unless they've got an exceptionally poor day, it's difficult to see them floundering against Punjab Kings. So
no,
on
but
that note,
if on a poor day, you will still have a Miller and Tewatia to handle, which is too hard.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, see, winning those scraps is what differentiates a good team from a when you are on a roll, you are on a roll. I mean, that's what we were talking about Rajasthan Royals, I think, today. Yes, so difficult to look beyond. I mean, we are basically 3-0 here. So we'll look forward to tomorrow's game and then assemble tomorrow for another session of Straight Bat with Gulf News and Mr. Cricket UAE. Till then, thanks for staying with us. And once again, Eid Mubarak to all of our viewers. Thank you.
Eid Mubarak.
Thank you.
Eid Mubarak.
Bye. Eid Mubarak.